Hello, this is OverlordBou, back with another ship review video, and today we'll be looking at the upcoming Tier 9 American battleship or battlecruiser, the USS Illinois. Now, the Illinois will be available in the Armory for 51,000 Research Bureau points, starting on patch 12.2, and just a reminder, it's for 51,000 Research Bureau points. Now, she'll be actually to be the first Tier 9 battleship to be sold for Research Bureau points, which is funny when you think about it, because the Siegfried is a tier 9 cruiser with 380mm guns, but the Illinois is a battleship with 203mm guns, which is pretty interesting. Now, anyways, I'll be giving a general overview of her stats and playstyle, followed about a commentary about my replays. So first up is the cap and build, and upgrades will be shown on the top right. Now, it has almost the same BB tank build as other lines, but you have Demolition Expert, which is super useful for starting fires, but otherwise, other skills are the same. You can even take the same build you run on Montana or other US battleships if you'd like. Now, the armor scheme will be shown on the top right, so you can look at that while I talk about the ship. Now, the Illinois is essentially a stock Iowa hull with Buffalo guns. She has the exact same armor scheme like the 32mm armor bow / stern and the 38mm deck, but only has a HP pool of 68,000.1k. Now, in fact, she has the third smallest HP pool for tier 9 BBs. But at least you get their improved repair party like the main USBB line, which is really, really good, which is very, very important at Dean. Now, of course, she's still a tanky ship, but just not by battleship standards, as you'll be seeing throughout this video. Now, the dispersion of her will be shown on the top right, so you guys can take a look at that. Now, the Illinois has 12 203mm guns and are an interesting gimmick. You're pretty much trading dev strike capabilities for high continuous damage output, at least in theory. So you're using the same floaty shells as the Des Moines, which makes it difficult to hit targets at long range. Now, while you have battlecruiser dispersion and accuracy in the 6 slots, you aren't as accurate as a proper cruiser. Now, this isn't always a bad thing though, because the dispersion also may occasionally light multiple fires when shooting bees, which is really good. Now, the HE will be your bread and butter due to its reliability and high DPM. Now, the EP is useful under 10 kilometers, as you have the same improved US heavy cruiser, improved bounce and angles, which is just, oh, it's just so sweet. I love it. Now, the angling is easy, as your excellent turret angles allows you to fire broadsides while fully angled. Now, as long as you can deal with the floaty shells, you will find the Illinois' guns to be quite good. Now, for the anti-air, the tier 8 CV Sphere, your strong anti-air armament, is easily one of the best among tier 9 battleships. It has strong mid-range anti-air, which will shoot down a lot of attack planes, but don't expect to stop the strike fully though. Still, if you can survive the repeated airstrikes, you can definitely put a small dent into their hangars. Whether that dent actually matters is a different problem. Now, for the anti-sub airstrikes are the exact same as other tier 9 BBs, which is quite good. They have the 10-kilometer range and the decent reload. You can drop the depth charges on their foreheads out to 10 kilometers, but it doesn't deal a lot of damage. But you don't have to be super close to be able to use it. Now, for maneuverability is basically the same as the Iowa, just slightly slower with a slightly better turning radius. Now, the concealment is also similar, though Illinois is slightly worse for some reason at 12.9 kilometers. Unfortunately, considering her floaty shells. Sorry, it's unfortunate concerning her floating shells. Now, in game, the Illinois plays like the cruiser version of Iowa. You won't be dev striking ships across the map, but you can certainly wither them down with HE, as you'll be seeing throughout these replays. Now, the ideal gun range is about 11 through 15 kilometers. The closer, the better. But you don't really need to worry about setting up crossfires. Your AP doesn't have enough pen to threaten ships at long distance, so definitely be more focusing on the HE for sure. Now, you do want to try to play closer when you're when the slower shells are less of a factor. So you definitely want to use your high HP pool if you need to get into position. You'll definitely outfarm every other tier 9 battleship in the game, including Marlboro and the Lion. If there's too many ships though, then you definitely want to play further back and farm BBs or other ships. It's not ideal, but you definitely want to conserve HP for the mid to late game when your high DPM shines. Now, at the start of the game, I'd highly suggest you use your high speed to get to the flanks, and BBs or cruisers are pretty much your primary focus. DDs are pretty hard to hit past 12 kilometers. If you play the Des Moines line, then you're going to know what I'm talking about. So you definitely don't want to worry about them unless they're under 10 kilometers or trying to finish them off. Now, once the enemy has been thinned out, you definitely want to get in close and melee your enemies to death with your powerful AP rounds. Now, otherwise, her gameplay is almost the same as other kiting cruisers like the Rune or the Azuma. Now, overall, I'd say the Illinois is definitely an interesting yet familiar ship. She doesn't do anything new, but the odd combination of cruiser guns on a BB hull makes her an extremely tanky damage farming ship. However, her lack of utility and burst damage leaves her with few options if she needs to make a play. Once your team starts throwing, there isn't much you can do other than hope the enemy counter throws. Still, I think the Illinois is definitely an easy play to easy master ship. Even newer players can definitely pick up the ship on her playstyle within a few games. As a Research Bureau ship, I still recommend the Ohio or Paulo Emilio due to their power and mean respectively, but the Illinois setup is certainly unique, but her playstyle is the same as any other kiting cruiser. Because of this, you won't see her in ranked nor clan battles, unfortunately. Her lack of durability and crossfire potential makes her completely unsuited for those formats. In randoms though, she's definitely perfectly fine, but just don't expect any hard carry games. Now again, you'll be able to get the ship starting in the 12.2 patch, which should be this week. So if you guys are looking to get her, she does cost 51,000 research points. I do recommend the ship. I did have a lot of fun playing this ship. I definitely had a really enjoyable time playing this ship. Now, as you guys know, if you guys have watched my channel, you guys have definitely seen me play a lot of Des Moines or a lot of the Des Moines line, so you know how much I enjoy the Des Moines. So overall for me, I had a lot of fun playing this ship because the guns felt so familiar to Des Moines that I was able to kind of just put that over to this ship and be able to aim the guns more properly. Now, again, of course, I'm not going to have the best aim all the time, but this ship definitely has definitely a lot of fun to play. Like, I had a lot of fun. The 9-second reload and the 12 Des Moines guns are just so heavy farming. It's just, oh man, it just feels so good. Now, again, this ship is more like a glass cannon ship. Like, I'm trying to word it properly, more like a glass cannon, I think is a good way to put it. I think it's more like a glass cannon is like the best way I can put it, because like you don't have the most HP, but you definitely have like a really high DPM. So you definitely just need to be careful and not over push. Now, I did have a lot of situations where I either over pushed or I got too aggressive where I shouldn't have, and it got me killed. But if I just stayed back or was a little bit more timid, I would have definitely survived. So today we'll be watching so I'm going to be watching 2 replays, and I have a final replay you guys can watch on your own. So I'm going to be talking during this replay and the next one, but then there's going to be a third final replay where I'll just let you guys watch if you want. Like, it's an extra replay that it just shows how much DPM this ship has, but I pushed way too aggressively in that match and I couldn't survive. But that's the final replay. I just want to showcase how high of a DPM this ship has, because it's pretty insane. Now, whenever this ship comes out, I will definitely be getting this ship, like 100%. I will be getting this ship when it does come out to where you're able to get it for Research Bureau points. I will be getting this ship 100%. It's definitely like a really fun meme ship. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun to play in randoms, but I don't know. Like, it's again, it's like a cruiser and a battleship slot, so you're not going to really see the ship do super well in ranked. Or, well, I mean, okay, in ranked, I could see it possibly if you're able to outfarm their battleship before it outfarms you, pretty much. But in clan battles, you're pretty much putting a cruiser in a battleship slot, which definitely isn't going to do super well. But you cannot deny the high DPM and pretty much just the Des Moines guns on this thing, because you do get the improved AP of the Des Moines, which is just, oh man, I just love it so much. Now, the other issue though is you do get a battle cruiser dispersion, which some people are like, oh, that's a bad thing. I personally find is a good thing, because it means that if you build in the demolition expert and have the fire flags, you're definitely going to be able to spread out the shots, which means you're more likely to get more fires on different shit, like the cruisers or different battleships. You're more likely to get more fires, which definitely increases how much damage you'll be doing in a match for sure. But yeah, in this particular match, as you can see, I'm dealing with 2 CVs, which is definitely the fun and engaging. Yeah, it was definitely fun and engaging for this match. It was so much fun, man. The most fun of all time. Oh boy. But yeah, you guys can probably guess what's gonna happen for me in this match. It's pretty obvious, right? Like, I'm up north, I'm alone. I really just wanted to farm, and like I wanted to hunt down the CV so bad. I wanted to so bad, man. Like, I really wanted that double CV kill. But I just took, I was still trying to figure out like how tanky this ship is, but this ship is not super, like, it's a glass cannon. Now, it doesn't mean that it's just going to take citadels all day, but at the same time, you have the 32mm armor all around, and then you have the 38mm deck. So you can definitely take a lot of damage if you're not careful. So you're not trying to be overly aggressive. The reason why I was overly aggressive was I was trying to get the CV kills, and that's pretty much the main reason why. But I should have been more passive and waited for my team to catch up, and then I could have done like really, really good. But no, for a tier 9 though, for a tier 9, this ship does incredibly well. I'm not surprised that I know a lot of people have also been looking forward to this ship, so I'm not surprised at all if the first day that this is able to come out, you're going to be seeing a crap ton of these in the matchmaking. And oh boy, there's the Benham torps. Those are so much fun. But as you can see, I just let myself just get slapped by the Monarch and by those torps, so that's pretty much what gets me killed, is because of that. But it is what it is. It is a disaster. Anyway, so I did 147k, 3 kills. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, but and 50 plane kills. Very nice. I got second on the team with 2,294 base XP. Pretty nice, pretty nice. But yeah, 47k to Georgia, 30k to Colorado, Helena 16k, 43k to Minnesota. And I got a lot of plane kills that match. Oh, man. A lot of plane kills. All right, so for the next match. Now, for this particular match, I wanted to show a match where it was mostly just tier 10s and super ships. Like, so this match has a super, is pretty much, you know, the matchmaking with super CV sometimes, where you get like a lot less ships in a match, and you also, because of the super ship CVs, because at this point for the NA server, there aren't that many super ship CV players, so normally late at night, they'll be in queue for a very long time waiting for another one, and when they do finally get a match, it'll put them in a match of a lot less ships, which is super weird. So as you can see, this match isn't a full match, and that's particularly why, because I got a match with a super CV, so it's not the most fun. It's not something I enjoy, but it is what it is. So it's definitely the stinky, but I wanted to showcase a match with a super CV in it, like, so you guys can kind of like see how I want to have a match where it was like a lower tier, the same, like the higher tier, and then like a same tier, pretty much is how I wanted to do it. So this replay is the one where there's a higher tier, and then the next one, the third replay where I'm not going to really be commenting on, it's also, it's like the higher tier as well with tier 10s. But in that one, I just obviously was super aggressive in the third one, and I'll even admit that I was super aggressive in the third replay early. You guys will see that for sure. I got way overly aggressive wanting to farm damage, and I got stuck on an island like a dum-dum. But anyway, let's just go back to the replay. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, you definitely want to go on the flank. Normally use your speed and maneuverability to get onto a flank to get into that farming position. You definitely want to try to do that for sure. Get on that flank to be able to start farming or putting pressure on the side. Since I knew there wasn't that many ships, I'm a little bit more aggressive than I normally would be. Normally I would be about around the D, like C line. I wouldn't be as aggressive going in because it's not a smart idea to be this further down. But since I knew there wasn't as many ships, I definitely played this part a little bit more aggressive because I also wanted to support our Marceau. I wanted him to know that he had the support of me there, so that if he did decide to push that Shima, that I would be there to help him. So I wanted him to feel, you know, like he could push. But yeah, he did eat a torp from the Shima, which is not fun. But yeah, I did get a Seva onto, but oh yeah. Ugh. Oof, man, when that shot happened, man, I was so like scared that I was about to get death struck by that Vermont, because I didn't think he was going to be around that corner that quick. And that was definitely stupid. But look at that heal though, man. Ugh, I love that heal, dude. It is so good. Because you have 68,000 health in total, but you get like a 16,600 heal, which is just super good. I just love it so much. I love it, man. This is so nice. Well, hello there, Mr. Des Moines. So pretty much, like I said, this ship has like the same guns as Des Moines, but battle cruiser dispersion and a longer of a reload. So pretty much, I just wanted to be able to kind of like see how this would go. That's weird. But if you guys are hearing some audio bug right there, if you heard that a little bit earlier, that's not my recording software. That's legit the WoW's game. I don't know why, but for some reason recently I've had these really strange audio bugs going on for WoW's. So that wasn't my recording software that was having that issue. That was legit just the game, because I was recording these live when I was playing. Not live on stream, like live in the match. So this recording, so that these kind of issues wouldn't happen in the replay. But as you can see, it's not the replay. It's legit just WoW's having audio issues. So it definitely sucks, and there's nothing I can do to fix it. So fun, I guess. Whatever. So, but pretty much every match that I played this ship in, I had the same routine where I would do really well in the beginning, and then I would just play really dumb, put myself in a situation where I was too aggressive. I think it's because the ship feels like, I don't know, it feels like it's literally like an Iowa with Des Moines guns. But you can't play it like that. You gotta play it like the best I can put it is, if you've ever played a Buffalo, a open water Buffalo, tier 9 American cruiser, ever played it like that? You play it like that, you will do really good in this ship if you play it like that. And that's like the best way I can put the play style. If you play it like that play style, you do really well. You won't be pushing too aggressively, you won't be too far back, you'll be in that right little sweet spot, and you'll be perfect. But normally with the open water Buffalo, but you want to mostly focus on HE like you would with this ship, and then you would use AP when someone's broadside. I was getting a little bit greedy wanting to use AP onto that Des Moines there, but I wanted to make sure he would stay bow into me, so that he would be broadside of the rest of my fleet there. I do feel bad though. Because like I was scared that their Vermont was gonna shoot me here. I was worried about this turnout. I was really worried he was just about to slap the living crap out of me there. Like, I was definitely worried about it. But so at this point, I'm just gonna be pushing back in with my fleet. But as you're gonna be seeing throughout this match just went out like all hectic, man. It went all hell. Because the super CVs, it was as you'll see in the end, pretty much it came down to a CV versus CV match, and ours barely won. So we do win the match, but you'll see at the end pretty much. You'll see, but man, dude, it just does so much damage. Like, it just like, ugh. If you've played Des Moines a lot, which I'm guessing most of you have, if you're considering a research bureau ship, that if you're able to get a research bureau ship, then you most likely have already played the Des Moines. it just feels so, the guns feel really like Des Moines guns. They have about the same lofty air time of the Des Moines. They have the improved pen, same HE. The only difference is like the 9-second reload. Of course, there's more guns and you have a battle cruiser dispersion instead of a cruiser dispersion. It just feels so nice. Like, it's not like OP. Like, I wouldn't call the ship OP, but it's definitely an easy ship to be able to just get into and play. Like, if you want to do high damage, you'll definitely get good damage as long as you're hitting your shots. Like, you'll definitely get those damage numbers for sure, like 100%. Like, it's just so much fun. Like, I love it. It's just like an easy fit kind of BB. It seems like a lot of the battleships they're adding now are like more like battle cruisers, where they're not like super tanky, but they're more like glass cannony kind of ships, which is okay. Like, I enjoy it. Now, do I enjoy, like, now I would wish they had more secondary ships, but I understand like why. But I do enjoy like this kind of, like, this ship is fun to play. Like, I do enjoy it. And the thing is, though, if you try to play this thing like a traditional battleship, it is not gonna work out. You will suffer if you do. Like 100% you will suffer. Biggest disaster of all time. It is definitely funds. But no, I'm trying to think how this match goes, because I'm trying to figure it out, because I know that I die later in the match, but I don't remember exactly what happens in this one particularly, like what happens. So right now I'm at 74k. I have 1 million potential, 2 citadels, and I shot down 1 plane? Yeah, I shot down 1 plane. So we'll see how that goes. And the cyclone's going on too, so that's always fun. But yeah, I do have a question. If people that play on the different servers, how are the super CVs or super ships in your guys' servers? Like, is there a lot of super CVs running around in your guys' servers, or super ships in general running in your guys' server? Because on NA, like, some days we'll have a lot and some days they won't, but for super CVs, it's pretty consistent, like low. There really aren't that many super, like for NA in particular, there aren't that many super CVs that are around. It's mostly just the tier 10 CVs that you see. But I'm just curious if that's just an NA thing, or if the other servers have like different numbers for that sort of thing. So if you guys could let me know in the comments, I would definitely appreciate that for sure. But again, if you guys don't remember, because I said this earlier, you can get the ship coming up this week for 51,000 Research Bureau points. If you guys are interested in getting it, I would definitely say go for it. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's pretty, and you can just put your, if you don't want to do a specific build for it, that's fine. You can just put on your Montana build, and there you go. You can have fun with that as well. So up to you on that one. But yeah, in this situation, I will admit, I pushed too aggressive. It's a common thing with this ship. I just pushed too aggressive. But we'll see how this one goes, because this is going to be very interesting. Excuse me. I was hoping our Vermont would be able to do a little bit more damage to the Perusian, but yeah, it's kind of a disaster. He did get torped, which sucks. But yeah, there's a St. Vincent and a Perusian that I'm dealing with, so that's always fun. But I'm trying to get my AP onto that. Well, I had HE loaded first, which is pretty dumb. I should have just had the AP loaded, but I was switching it. But yeah, I'm trying to get that AP right into that barrier so I get that nice pen damage. Ooh, that's just so nice. Now, he did try to torp me already to St. Vincent, but he did miss. So I was trying to like wiggle myself to where if he tried to torp, he wouldn't be able to, which I'm close enough to where he's not able to torp, which he was trying really hard to be able to torp me. And with that, I did survive that. Well, I was very happy about that, because thankfully my team was there to help me out. I had an incomparable and a Clausewitz there, so very, very happy with that one indeed. Very, very happies. Definitely made me the very, very happy for sure. So at this point, I was like, I want to start being aggressive. I want to push in. There's only 2 ships left. And there was also like a cyclone, and I really wanted to push up onto the Kearsarge because I really wanted to kill them. So we shall see how that goes. I will do a spoiler alert. I die. So I'll do a spoiler alert. I die. But that's not without using all my heals and everything else. Oh, technically they had 2 CVs this match. They had the Kearsarge and the Super CV. I just realized that they had 2 CVs. They only had 1. That's cheating, man. They can't be doing that. They can't be having 2 CVs, only have 1. That's not fair at all. That's pretty toxic, man. Can't believe it. Yeah, it is currently 7 in the morning for me. Dang. I have done my best to not yawn this entire video. I think I'm pretty proud. I have done my absolute best because it's 7 in the morning when I'm recording this. And that's just because I am a busy bean. I'm a busy man. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, so this was the only time I was able to actually record because I gotta do stuff today too. So yeah. Fun. I don't remember how much damage I do to him here, like with these salvos. 68. But yeah, as you can tell though, like look how much damage he just did with pitting my guns and my like I did not expect him to do as much damage as he did, but I didn't expect that. Like I was like, ow. I did not expect it to hurt that much. Good lord. If you guys are wondering why the income is so high, it's because I completed like a mission, and that's why it was that high. So I did 2245 XP, 156,000 damage. Pretty nice. But yeah, I was just trying to show that it was a combat mission. I just wanted to show that it was a combat mission on why I earned that much. So I just wanted to show that there so you guys knew that was where I was from. But yeah, that is going to be it. If you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely leave in the comments down below. But thank you guys for watching. There will be a 3rd replay that you guys can watch. So after I'm done talking, you guys can just watch that replay and just have an extra replay for y'all to enjoy. So if you guys want to see extra gameplay from me, you guys can stay tuned for that. If not, it's up to you guys. But yeah, again, you can get the ship for 51,000 research viewer points. It'll be available for this week. And you guys can enjoy this extra replay. And you guys can just see how much DPM this ship really is. So yeah, enjoy. Talk to you guys later, and be wells. See you guys on the stream.